Hot, humid, and pregnant. Many women would call that a recipe for misery. But UAB doctors say there are real conditions that pregnant women should watch for during the summer heat, and they have some tips to help them stay comfortable and healthy as the temperature rises.
Main thing is going to be hydration status and overheating, which happens anytime in the summer, but particularly when you're pregnant.
Pregnant women should look for signs that seem out of the ordinary, especially dizziness, nausea, and fatigue, signs the heat could be getting to you. Women should also pay close attention if they have or are at risk for having hypertension.
Definitely, there'd be something you want to watch their salt intake, particularly if they were borderline hypertensive, and really tell them to kind of keep an eye on it. So that way you would know, is it just summer swelling, or is it really something like preeclampsia starting to develop?
And what about taking that beach vacation before the baby comes? Think sunscreen.
Obviously, if you can take them at the times of the summer where they're not going to be as hot, that's great. If you can't and you're limited to June, July, particularly August when it gets very hot, it's going to be avoiding sun times just like you would for your own skin, but avoiding from that 10 to 4, 10 to 3 kind of range out in the sun. And if you are, making sure you're staying in the shade, a tremendous amount of sunscreen.
There are some simple things pregnant women can do to beat the heat.
Think linen, think cotton. Do not think Ted hose to keep swelling down, because it will make it even worse in the end. Compressive shoes, as far as tennis shoes and flip-flops, probably fine, but you're going to need to get your shoes about a half size bigger in general in the summertime, just for that nature. Other comfort things nowadays, those little personal fans are great.
Caroline Corville will give birth in late summer to her second son and has adjusted her schedule to help beat the heat as much as possible.
If we have playtime with my 2-year-old, it's always before work or after the heat of the day, usually around 6, 7 at night. So it's not too uncomfortable for me. And just basically staying indoors and staying hydrated is the best thing I'm doing right now.
Corville and her family also moved their vacation to the beginning of summer, avoiding the hottest part of the season.
We plan to mostly do indoor activities on our summer vacation and not as much outside, just to keep me cool and my little one cool.
Whenever you're out in sun exposure time and you're pregnant, you can't avoid it. It's at least drinking about a bottle of water, about 8 ounces of water per hour of sun exposure.